Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB, you're not, and I wanted to talk a little bit about my experience with the Timeless bronze razor over the past 3 or 4 days, whatever it's been. Normally I don't shave my head with a safety razor every day. The last 3 days I have used the Timeless bronze razor, and I haven't nicked my head one time or cut those bumps on my head. You hear me talk about that all the time. So that's a very pleasant surprise. The second thing I wanted to talk about was the fact that it just shaves beautifully. So far it's nothing but thumbs up with this razor. Now I'm going to continue to use it and see if my thoughts change, because oftentimes when you first use a razor you have a favorable impression. But I must tell you, so far I've been super pleased with it, and I didn't expect, quite frankly, that I would like it as much as I do, because the blade gap is less than my 0.95 blade gaps that I have in my other Timeless razors. So pleasantly surprised. It's milder, but it works great. It works great so far. So I'm a fan thus far, and I'll keep you updated on that. The other thing I wanted to talk about, because I have a little time here while I'm driving, is Timeless as a company. And they do some things that a lot of other folks don't do. First of all, they maintain stock. So a lot of times when you go to get a premium razor, Wolfman for example, they're very difficult to get. There's waiting lists and all the rest of it. Timeless, I believe there are 3 individuals who machine these things themselves. They maintain stock, so you usually don't have to wait that long. That's a plus. Number 2, packaging. We've talked about this many times. They care about their product, and they honor their product with decent packaging. They don't sell you a premium level razor with a chintzy cardboard box that looks like you're buying a box of cereal, a $4 box of cereal or something. They honor the product with good packaging, and it sets the tone for a good experience in my view. Number 3, everything they use in terms of their razors, the towels that they sell, the little hand towels, which are quite nice, the boxes that they ship the products in, everything that they do is made in the United States. So if you're a fan of American-made products, the box that it comes in is made in the U.S., the hand towels are made in the U.S., the razor is made in the U.S. and machined in the U.S. So everything that they're selling you virtually is made in the U.S. So if you're a fan of buying American, that's another advantage. The other thing that I was not aware of until the other day when I just happened to be looking at their website is they offer discounts for active duty military folks and law enforcement, which I think is fantastic. I mean, very few people are doing that I know of. There are some. I know, like Mickey Lee Supworks gives discounts to active duty military folks. That's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic, and I can't praise that enough, because these people put their lives on the line day in, day out, and what a tremendous way to honor them by giving them a discount. I think that's fantastic. Another thing that you might not know is they, like Above the Tie, have a 30-day guarantee. So if you're not happy with the product, you can return it. You can swap it out for something else, what have you. Not every company does this. Above the Tie does it. Timeless does it. Let me give you an example of a company that doesn't do it. Bull Goose. If you buy one of the Asylum offerings from Bull Goose, or really any razor from Bull Goose, there is a no return policy. And they say that explicitly on the website, that there's no returns for brushes or razors. So if you get a razor from Bull Goose that you don't appreciate, you buy a $200 or even more than $200 razor and you don't like it, you're just SOL. All right, you're stuck. You're going to have to take it to the BST. So having this return policy, assures that you're going to have some level of satisfaction as a customer. And to me, that means a great deal. I love dealing with companies that care about the customer experience from the beginning to the end. And that is to say, from the beginning when you order it, to the shipping, to getting that to you relatively quickly, to the packaging, to the product itself, and then your satisfaction with the product. Sorry about the bumps. I'm driving, and despite the fact that we spend a ton of money just recently, we still have these bumpy roads. Hopefully they'll be fixed. But anyway, there's just a lot of wonderful things to say about Timeless as a company, and I will continue to spend money with Timeless because of these things, because I believe that they're committed to your satisfaction. And in my view, a lot of companies want your money, but they're not a lot. Let me take that back. Not a lot. Some companies are interested in taking your money, but they're not necessarily interested in your satisfaction. At least not interested enough that they're going to put their money where their mouth is, that they're going to give you a guarantee to make sure you're happy, that they're going to try to take care of you. Some will, some won't. So my advice is spend the money with these companies like Timeless that are committed to our satisfaction. I mean, encourage them to continue doing it. It's sort of the same argument I'm making with regard to value products, is spend money with these companies so they'll continue to do it, so they'll continue to be in business to do it. Reward these companies for their good behavior. One final thing I want to touch on. The bronze razor is $120, people. And now, that's a lot of money. But for a premium offering, it is not. That is an excellent price, and in fact is almost as inexpensive as some of the aluminum offerings that are being offered by some companies. So I think this bronze razor really has a lot of potential, and I am told by Matt that they're also going to develop some different, I think, base plates to make it more aggressive for people who are looking for additional aggression, that is. So stay tuned for that, because if you think the current offering is too mild, they're going to develop some additional heads, or at least an additional head that has a little more aggression. I have been pleasantly surprised by this razor as it is, and I'm going to continue to use it throughout the week and perhaps next week, and see if my opinion holds, and see if at some point and the newness wears off, but I must tell you, so far, 3 days in a row, 3 perfect shaves, and 3 perfect shaves on my head, which I'm impressed by. So I wanted to bring this to you just to give you an update on this particular razor and just let you know how I feel about it. And I will follow up with an additional video once I have more experience with it, because I think it's important to come back after you have some additional experience and talk about a product like this particular razor. I want to thank everybody for joining me for this video. I, of course, have been your host, CDB. You or not. And until next time, let's help the entire world shape great once again.